Welcome to Combat University. If you've been paying attention to social media at all this last week, you will have seen the slap heard across the world. I'm talking about the slap where Chris Rock got slapped by Will Smith at the Oscars. That's what I'm going to go over today. I'll go over a couple techniques of what you could do if you found yourself up on that stage and someone came up to you and slapped you across the face. Let's check it out.
Uh-oh, Richard! Oh, wow! Wow!
So the first thing you noticed was Chris Rock was standing there with his arms behind his back, watching Will come up to him. And what did he do? He didn't do anything. That's fine. But I would suggest that if someone's coming up to you, that you at least move your hands to the front. That way you have the ability to move and actually defend yourself. All right, so in this situation, we see Bob here. Bob's coming at us. We see him walking up to us, so we're going to assume that Bob's going to try to hit us in some way, form, or fashion. So I'm standing here. I see him walking up to me. I move my hands to the front. Just a small gesture is just enough to be able to move. Now we see Bobby comes back and he turns around to slap us. So what do? For this technique, we're just going to do the same move right back at him. We're going to step. It's going to be our first move. We're going to do our own slap. Right? So Bob's walking up. We see him. Right? You saw Will. He kind of went back a little bit and he came this big kind of haymaker slap across the face. So we see that movement. Arms to the front, and we see him move. We just step, we give our own slap and kind of move out of the way. From here, well, now we can see what he wants to do next. If he wants to keep attacking, then we'll do another defensive move. If he wants to turn around and run, great, let him do that. You have to remember, in this scenario, they were at the Oscars, so they had a lot of people watching. So they didn't want to get into some big showdown right there in front of everybody. So it's likely that just defending himself, if Chris Rock would have just defended himself to show that he was superior and not just going to take it, then Will might have just turned around and walked away anyways. For the slap though, we're not going to do the same thing. We're not going to turn, come around and be this big smack. We're going to be specific with it. We know that if we strike right here behind the ear, there's more of a chance of a knockout. It's going to hurt. It's going to stun them. Same thing if you hit the neck with the jugular. It's possible that you can stun them more. So we're going to come out and we're not going to go around. We're going to come kind of forward like a strike, like a jab. Right there. Boom. But for us, because we're going to go with the momentum, because he's striking this way, we're going to get out of harm's way. Here, strike. One more time. Standing here. Will's walking up to us, we move our hands to our front. We're watching him. Once he gets close enough, we don't know what he's going to do, but now all of a sudden we see him start getting ready to swing. So we're just going to go with it. We watch it coming, block, strike, step to the side. At this point, he's standing there. Now our hands up. We're in a defensive stance. We want to see what he's going to do next. Okay, not everybody has a bob to practice on. So what happens if we don't have a bag, we don't have a bob? Let's practice this technique. We see our opponent coming up to us. Okay, we get ready. We just move. We need to move our feet a little bit because sometimes if you just stay planted, you can't move. There's nothing you could do. You just put one foot back a little bit. It gives you enough to be able to go left or right. So our hands are front. Legs out just a little bit. We watch him coming. Now he goes to strike. Boom. Easy enough. Let me move over so you can see it. Boom. That's it. One last time. In a little position. We don't know what he's going to do. Oh crap, he's swinging. Boom. Block, strike, step. This gets us out of the way. Lets us see him. Now we can wait and see what he's going to try to do next. If you happen to have a bag to practice on, that's great. We can do the same thing. Again. Hey! We see him strike. And that's all there is to do to practice on this technique. So this is what we do if we're waiting for our opponent to strike. So what would we do if, say we were in exactly Chris Rock's situation and we didn't move, we had our hands behind our back and we got struck? Let's find out. Okay, we're Chris Rock. We see Will Smith coming up to us. We're just standing here exactly like he is. All of a sudden, bam, we get struck. If you were Chris Rock, what would you do? This is what I would do. That's right, I would do exactly what Chris did. Why? Because you're in front of tons of people, right? You're at a show. At this point, Will Smith already turned around and he walked away. Are you going to go after his back just because he slapped you? No, we're talking about self-defense here. The whole point is being able to defend yourself. You're not trying to hurt or destroy somebody because you got hit or because your feelings got hurt or maybe you feel a little embarrassed. No, he played it good. Now, would I have done that? No, I wouldn't have stayed there. I would have done something else where I would have gotten position. I would have made sure that I was protected. He didn't do that. So in that situation, he was a pacifist. He got hit. He turned around. He was shocked. Will Smith was already going back to his seat. What else would you do? You would let him go. Why? Because you're safe. And that's the most important part. So thanks for watching. Please, if you like this video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time here to show you more self-defense techniques.